Hearing the words student loan debt can understandably make people nervous. While some institutions unnecessarily stack additional loans onto students' financial aid packages, we don't do that at Loras College. We are dedicated to minimizing student loan debt so students and families can have peace of mind with their investment in a Loras College education. All right, so you've subtracted all of your scholarships and grants from the cost of attendance, and you're left with the remaining cost. While you may have thought through some of the next steps, understandably, a lot of students and families eventually ask themselves a very common question: now what? A standard practice for institutions is to include federal direct, subsidized, and unsubsidized loans. And no one ever confuses the difference between these two types of loans, right? Yeah, just kidding. Here's a brief overview. Subsidized loans do not accrue interest while a student is in college, whereas unsubsidized loans do accrue interest. There are opportunities for other types of loans, such as Parent Plus loans, private loans, or even subsidized loans through Loras College. However, before going further with loans, let's pause and talk about other ways to cover your remaining cost without unnecessarily increasing your debt. It's important to know a school's payment plan for the remaining cost. Sometimes families are overwhelmed because they think the entire remaining cost is due all at once. At Loras, we divide the remaining cost by 8 payments that occur throughout the school year, with the first payment being due on August 15th. Here are 2 examples to help. Student A has a remaining cost of $16,000. Dividing this total by 8 separate payments, this means there will be 8 payments of $2,000. Student B, meanwhile, has a remaining cost of $8,000, so this student will have 8 different payments of $1,000. For every student, though, the first payment is due August 15th, which can help you budget accordingly. We've laid out the payment structure, and now it's time to look into how you can minimize the cost before resorting to loans. One of the first conversations we have with students after they've received their financial aid letter is how to connect them to additional scholarships that Loras offers. Additionally, though, many students apply for scholarships through their high school and local community. There are several other third-party scholarships and national scholarships, and our website has several of these listed. Okay, so you've added some additional scholarships. Now what? Some students and families utilize savings. The great news is that if you haven't started setting aside savings for college, you're not too late. Perhaps it's the student working over the summer or during college, or perhaps it's the family making a future budget where additional funds will go towards college payments. Saving for college can look different for every family. Additionally, for many families, they realize that their monthly budget looks different once their student is in college because the student is on a meal plan and now their grocery bills are a bit smaller. It's also important to note that we work with families to secure additional grants, which are based on financial need. For some families, the FAFSA form they complete to assess their financial need does not factor in some details that could potentially lead to increased aid. Going through special circumstances such as these is common, and for many families, they're able to receive thousands of dollars in additional aid. All right, now that you've received additional scholarships and you've worked through how much you'll be able to save or set aside each month, you can start to decide what loans and what specific loan amounts work best for you and your family. Keep in mind, you don't have to take out any loans if you don't want to, and you can lower the amount at any point while you're enrolled in school. As far as the different types of loans, our financial aid office is here to assist you and guide you to these different resources while continuing to work with you to minimize your student loan debt.